Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Levi Giles. He is now 14 wins, 1 defeat. He's back out on the 3rd of November at Grimsby Alderman. Yeah, and he's fighting for the Commonwealth silver title against Razaq Najib. And how are you, Levi?
Yeah, I feel good, mate. Preparation's going really well. As good as can be anyway. I've had some really good rounds with some good kids. Just doing everything we can on our behalf to make sure that we're crowned champion, mate, on home soil come November 3rd.
And I got you on before the Michael Gomez Jr. fight, and can we talk about that one?
Yeah, of course, mate, yeah.
So you suffered your first defeat. Well, how did it feel taking your first defeat, especially when everyone thought you won the fight, but the judges?
It's you know what, mate. I took a lot from that. I've took a lot from it. We know where we went wrong. We know what stuff happened in camp and stuff like that. But I never give any excuses. I take my wins out. I take my losses. It is what it is. That's part parcel of the game. A lot of people thought I won. I thought I won, but I won't go as far as saying a robbery and stuff like that. It was great to be out on one of the big shows. It's my first time on one of them, and great exposure for myself. If anything, it's gained me so much from that fight. It was almost like I've won. The reception I've got after the fight and stuff like that. But we'll move on now. That's behind us, and let's move on and let's get that title, and hopefully somewhere down the line, me and Michael can meet again, and maybe for a bigger title.
Of course, in the build-up to the fight, there was a bit of, I don't know, he shoved you at the weigh-in, and after now you've had the fight, do you respect him? Is there respect between the two of you?
I mean, that his actions. That's how we obviously that's how he approaches a fight. I didn't, like I say to a lot of people now that ask me that question, I don't know. I respect him as a fighter. Yes, I do respect him as a fighter. We've done 10 rounds together. I like to think that we've both got each other's respect in that way. As a person, you can question how he is as a person. If he feels that's the way he needs to go about fights, then so be it. And I just don't think a lot of people like the way he comes across and the way he does things. But like he said, from his behalf, that's whether they don't like him, whether they like him. We're not there to be liked, but I don't go about business like that. And I respect him as a fighter, but as a person, it's a bit of a different story. But we move on.
Yeah. And then you had was it hard to get yourself back motivated after the defeat? Because you fought, was it 2 months later?
Yeah, I was straight back. I wanted to be active. The only reason we weren't going for the titles before this is because we tried and they kept falling through. And I didn't have much luck in boxing. So we took that Gomez fight and was told it was going to be a lot longer notice. So we stepped back. They said it's definitely not going to be on Sky, and then they said, oh, you've got 5 weeks, but. Yeah, it is what it is. I took all this in and I've experienced it all now, and I'll make sure that next time I get it right.
Mm-hmm. And then you had a homecoming and you, against Razaq Najib, we'll go on that, and you stopped him in round number 5.
Yeah, I was back on home soil. Like I said, after the Gomez fight, I had a couple of weeks away, a couple of weeks off boxing, but the motivation was high, and I know where I want to be in the sport. My team know where we think we can get to in the sport, and we just took it on and we moved on and we push on now. And I want titles. Obviously, if I don't know what's happening with that English, we have asked the question, but we couldn't get that. So we go down a different route now, and we try. We will win this belt on November 3rd, and then we're going to push on. But I know I've got a really tough lad in front of me in Razaq, so it's not going to be no pushover. I'm training for this like I train for every other fight, like it's a world title.
Mm-hmm. And with the Razaq Najib fight, how did it feel? Not only getting the stoppage win, but return getting back to winning ways.
Yeah, brilliant. To bring boxing back to Grimsby after so long, it was fantastic, mate. It really was, and it's another night I'll never forget. Same as the Manchester night on Sky. These are good memories to have. And I'm so glad that Fight Zone and my manager, who I think is the best in the business, Carl, I think he's going to, bringing it back to Grimsby again for me. And these two shows have been the largest ever shows to take place in Grimsby. It was a close sellout last time, and this one's a full sellout. I couldn't thank everyone enough for the support, and yeah, it's just brilliant. But yeah, that's what I've got to say on that. And like I say, it was great to get back out and pick up a stoppage win against someone that's really tough. When you look at the likes of the people that stopped him, they're all quite a lot heavier than him. He hasn't really been stopped by many super feathers in that kind of fashion, But yeah, Ruslan's a tough man, and they don't come and fall over them kind of people. They'll come and give you an hard night's work. But yeah, I'd like to think that we're peaking now. I'm 27 years old, and there's a few more years left, and I feel like that we're just reaching that prime now.
Mm-hmm. And so moving on to the Razaq Najib fight, it's for the Commonwealth silver title, but it's you're back top in the bill in your hometown. So how does that feel, headlining in Grimsby?
It's absolutely fantastic, mate. It really is. I mean, I'm so grateful for the team I have around me and the support and sponsors, that are making this happen, because without all them, I know I'm putting in 110% every day. Without all them, these nights couldn't happen. So yeah, I'm so thankful. I'm really looking forward to November the 3rd, and I know, from what me personally, I've seen Razaq box, but not I haven't watched any videos or anything like that. I always leave that to my team. But we know he's a tough man, and we know that I feel like the crowd's going to be in for a really good. I feel like as a spectator and a boxing fan, I feel like it's going to be a great fight to watch.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's a stacked undercard as well.
Yeah, it really is. You've got Commonwealth champion Kirsty Hill, not defending a title, but she's back on home soil, and she's looking to pick up another win before she pushes on for maybe world honours. That's the way the female boxing can go. She's always staying ready, and them opportunities can come just like that, because there isn't many in the divisions. So yeah, I really hope that what we all do as a team, that really hope that Kirsty can get that shot and get one of them big names that she deserves.
Mm-hmm. So 2 wins for your team on the night?
Yeah, definitely. Especially under Matty T, Kirsty's managed by my coach Matty, so a winning night for him. And there's another Grimsby lad on, Shaden Walmsley. He's a good kid. I've grew up with Shaden in the boxing gym. I remember him when he come and he was tiny, and now he's shot past me as they all do. But yeah, and he's looking to go 2-0 against a tough. You'll know who he's fighting. I forgot his name.
Joe Hardy.
That's the one, mate. He's a tough operator, so I'm sure
from
Joe.
Leeds.
Yeah, that's the one. I've seen Joe box, and that is a tough.
He comes to fight, Joe.
Yeah, he does. He ain't another pushover, and I feel like that'll bring the best out in Shaden. So yeah, I feel that's going to be another win that night, and that's 3 out of 3 for us from Grimsby.
Because Joe knocked down William Crawler.
Yeah, he did, mate. Yeah. Whether you think it was a knockdown or not, but I did see it. But yeah,
arguably he got a draw, in my opinion, with that.
A lot of people said that, mate. Yeah, a lot of people said that. So you're not on your own with that one.
Talking about Leeds, are you watching the Warrington Wood fight tomorrow?
Yeah, I was. If you weren't going to ask me, I was going to ask you. But yes, mate, there's some brilliant boxing on this weekend. I mean, from tonight and tomorrow, it's brilliant, isn't it? For boxing fans, we're in for a treat this weekend. Yeah, I'll be definitely watching a good pal of mine. Josh has helped me so much over the years with rounds and stuff like that. And really, to be honest, it really brought me on, the lads in that gym. So obviously I'm going to be supporting Josh, even that Wood's like a Midlands lad, and he's from Nottingham, and it's going to be a great fight, mate. But I think, in my opinion, I think Josh is going to pick up a late stoppage. I feel like he's stylistically all wrong for Lee, but we'll see tomorrow night. Lee's showed his art, and them Nottingham, there's something in the water, isn't there? Where you like your Carl Froch and your Lee Woods, when you watched him against Conlon, what he actually come through to pick up that stoppage win was
the
absolutely.
The atmosphere is going to be electric.
Oh, it really is, mate. You're Sheffield, you're a Nottingham, sorry, going with your Leeds. It's yeah, it's brilliant. It's going to be a fantastic night.
So you reckon, Josh, what round or just late on?
I'm just saying late on, mate. I feel like I say, I think stylistically, Josh is all wrongfully. But we're going to see on the night, aren't we? They're both brilliant, mate. They're both top of the game. They're both, you're talking to the best featherweights in the world. So, yeah, we're definitely in for a treat. What's your opinion, mate?
I reckon Lee's going to win, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Mm. He likes the late stoppage, to be honest, and he comes. Even though, like, if you watched him against Lara last time out, because it's even in the first fight, Lee Wood was boxing so well until Lara caught him with
Yeah.
that one shot.
I feel like with Lara, I don't feel like Lara sets a good. I mean, they'll be prepared for what I'm sure they'll be prepared for what they think Josh is going to do. But I don't feel like the pace of Lara is very quick at all. I feel like Lee can dictate the pace with Lara, but I feel like with Josh, it's going to be
Josh is
different.
on his chest, won't he?
Yeah, you've seen how how many punches and how Josh fights. I just feel like stylistically it'll be wrong for Lee, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before in the boxing, but yeah, I'll be rooting for Josh. They're both quality lads, aren't they? They both really are top men. You don't need that. You don't need that back and forth and all this bad blood and stuff like that.
You think the person who loses would retire?
It's I don't know, mate. I think from an outside perspective, you'd say I think maybe the one that wins will go on and have another fight. Maybe in the States, a really big, another one, and maybe
or
the one
against
that
Lopez.
yeah, maybe I'm sure they both got options whether win or lose, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be on either of their minds at the minute.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that Liam Dillon won the British?
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Really was. I did. I managed to get home just in time for the latest stages of the fight, but I have rewatched the fight, and yeah, brilliant. He showed. It just shows, done it. Hard work. He's took the hard route, Liam has, and yeah, I think that'll be a great fight in the future.
I'm sure you'll meet down the line.
Yeah, I hope so. It's just business. Is another one is when you watch him and stuff he's a respectful lad. He just he works hard and he's gone the hard route with boxing the same way as I have, because we ain't got anything given to us. It's all been you have to wait for it. You have to wait for what you get.
Mm-hmm. And going back onto yourself, you've got Razaq, and he's 12-5. But his last time out, it was a defeat for the English title to Zahid Hussain at super bantamweight. So I believe he's coming up in weight to fight you.
Yeah, a lot of people have said, oh, the weight and stuff, and I haven't really looked into the weight because, in my opinion, you never know how he might have been struggling with the weight, and he might be a lot stronger at 9 stone 4. So I'm not going to look too much into what weight he's done in the past, because he's older now, and I know weight gets a lot harder to make over the years. So yeah, he probably won't struggle at all making this weight. So that'll be a bonus from his behalf. But that being said, I'm not complimenting too much. Like, I know I'm going to be in there to do a job on him, like he is me, and I believe fully in my team and my ability that we're going to go and beat him on November 3rd.
Did you watch his fight against Zahid, or did you not watch it because you say you don't really study your opponents? And how did this fight come about?
That's the one I have seen, because me and Zahid have done plenty of rounds over the years. We've sparred loads of rounds together over the years, back in Grimsby and Leeds. He's a good friend of mine, Zahid. So obviously I was rooting for him when that fight come about. I'd never have thought, because when I watched it, obviously then I'd have thought, he's super bantam, and this fight, it's strange how it's come about. I just got offered, we looked at opponents. Carl obviously looked at opponents, and he mentioned that his game for taking the fight, and yeah, I mean that speaks for itself. He's willing to come up 2 weights and fight for a title at at super featherweight. So yeah, I think that talks for itself. What kind of fighter he is. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great fight, but I just feel like I think I'm technically better than him, and I feel like the power and strength's going to show in there on the night, but we're going to see. Which I'm sure believes in himself.
Do you think that Gomez fight has made you stronger as a fighter?
I mean, we've learnt a lot from the Gomez fight. It's we've looked at it, we've watched it back, and it's easy to say coulda, shoulda, and woulda, because I don't actually normally box like that. So even people after the fight was like, "What's going on?" Like I never even Keith and people like that see me spar and stuff. I said, "Oh, you've never, you don't box like that," and I don't. It's not. I've never been one to go on the back foot, but yeah, I just feel like I was having success on the back foot that I didn't really need to go toe to toe and go like that for 10 rounds. I feel like we was winning the fight, but it's like I say, it's just one of them things, and I've learned a lot from it. We've took that loss, and now we move on.
Mm-hmm. What are you expecting from Razaq on the night?
To be honest, from what I've seen on him and from what we're hearing from my coaches, I'm expecting him to keep coming forward, mate. I don't feel like he definitely going to be one to come and dance about the ring. I feel like it's going to be a toe to toe. I really do. I mean, he's tough in his game and yeah, but he hasn't been in there with a super featherweight yet. But like I said, I'm not looking into the weight as much because he might have been struggling making the super bantamweight limit and thought, you know what, I'll be a lot stronger, I'll be a lot healthier, and probably happier in training making super featherweight. So I'm expecting a really hard night's work, mate. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. And for anyone who wants to come and support you, November 3rd, how can they buy tickets?
So the website is actually sold out of tickets. I literally have I've got like four or six ringside ones that's just come available, and I've got around four £45 tickets available. But once I'm sold out of them ones, I'm fully done, and the show's a full sellout. So yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So if you want them tickets, yeah, give us a shout, and we can get that sorted ASAP.
So how many tickets have you sold at the minute?
I only got given a set amount, obviously because the venue only holds a certain amount in there. So I've been given around the 500 mark, and I've obviously nearly sold out. So yeah, I mean it's fantastic, and again I couldn't say it enough how much I really appreciate the support. It's going to be some atmosphere in there, and Najib's going to be coming into a Lions Den. He really is, and hats off to him because yeah, it's going to be tough for anyone that comes down to Grimsby and cheers me. That enters the ring, and you've got there's 1,300 Grimbarians there that are paid really hard money that's cheering us on, and yeah, it's going to be a great night, and I really can't wait for it to come round.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever want to try and headline a show at Grimsby Football Stadium? Would that be a goal?
That's the dream. I feel like you would need a really big title, like a British or something for that. But yeah, that's the dream, mate. To headline it, I've done what I wanted to do in boxing. I when I first turned over, my ambitions was a lot different then to what they are now, and that's definitely on the list, mate. I'd love that. I really would. If that's one day, I think I'm going to make it possible. Very, very in the near future. Let's pick up a big title first, but all eyes at the minute, mate, are on November 3rd. I'm not looking past him. I know this is going to be my hardest fight to date. So I'm all eyes on November 3rd.
What can fans expect from you on November 3rd?
I feel like we're going to be. It's going to be a sharp performance, mate. We're going to pick our shots really well, and yeah, a victory for us. That's exactly what the fans can expect because that's the mentality and how we feel at the minute as a team. There's great vibes. Yeah, we feel like we're going to do the job on November 3rd in any way possible, whether that's a stoppage or that's a points victory. But yeah, victory for us.
Good stuff. And before I let you go, do you want to thank anybody again? Trainers, sponsors, manager, just anybody?
Literally, mate, just as you said it then, I mean, I really couldn't do this without everyone that's paying the hard-earned money to come and support me, my sponsors, what supported me, the ones from day one and the ones that have come on board with us later. And yeah, me coaches that put in just as much time as I do. And obviously, my partner, she sort of plays both parents for us while I'm in camp and I'm working and the early mornings and the late nights, but it'll all be worth it. And yeah, we're just one big team, mate, and I'd like to thank the lot of them.
Mm-hmm. And the new.
And the new, mate. Thank you for having us on, Sam. I really appreciate it, mate.
Anytime, mate. And I'll get you back on when you've got that belt, yeah, mate?
Yes, mate. Top man. Let's get it.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Bye.